Hello, Coach Margine here. How are you doing? I'm so happy to have you in my program. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about the module desire, because you have to have a burning desire that comes from within, that comes from your being, that you have set certain goals for your life. And if you're an entrepreneur trying to build a business and you have not listed out those desires as I have them, they're here, they're in me, they're burning, you will never be successful in your business. Now, this information comes from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book. So if you have not had a chance to read that, I highly recommend that you do it. You can go to YouTube and type in Think and Grow Rich. You can listen to the audio version of the book. If you would like the PDF of it, I have the PDF. I can send it to you. Just send me a private message and ask for the PDF of Think and Grow Rich, and I'll email it to you. But I highly recommend that you read that book if you have not done that yet, because it's like a reference book. It's a book that you're going to go back to consistently throughout your journey of building your online business and getting the sales that you need. Now, the module Desire contains the 6 steps that Napoleon Hill has listed out for you to break it down and get detailed on it. And I think that maybe some of you need a little more clarity on exactly how to do this process as you're taking the lessons in the program. So I'm going to read from his book what he writes concerning the 6 steps, because this is his method. It says the method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into financial equivalent consists of 6 definite practical steps. Now, these are steps that you need to lay out, and you need to make sure that you're putting the data down on paper and believing and access your imagination. Because if you can't access your imagination and get your mind seeing what you desire so that you can connect your mind to your heart, it's never going to happen. And I want you to be successful in your business. And this is the fastest way for you to get there. So number 1 is fix in your mind the exact amount of money that you desire. So when it says fix in your mind the exact amount of money you want to desire, it can be, I want $5,000 a month, or I want $50,000 a year. Whatever that amount is, make it so. Write it down. And then it's not sufficiently to merely say, I want plenty of money. No, you have to be definitive. You need to put down a definite dollar amount. There's a psychological reason for definitiveness, which will be described in the subsequent chapter. So if you haven't had a chance to read this book, I highly recommend you get your hands on it, because it's going to benefit you throughout your years of success. And again, it will be something that you will come back to time and time again. Step number 2, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money that you desire. So you can't just sit there and say, okay, I want $1 million in my bank account. Okay, who doesn't want $1 million in their bank account? I do. I'd love $1 million in my bank account. But I have to say, I will have $1 million in my bank account by 2029. And I will be doing this, and this to get there. So hopefully you can see that reasoning. Number 3, establish a definite date that you intend to possess that money you desire. Number 4, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. What you're doing is you're just taking your mind, connecting it to your heart, activating your imagination, and getting down on paper what you're thinking about, what you desire. So for me, if I want $10,000 a month in my bank account by December 31st, 2022, what am I going to do to get there? Okay. If you want $50,000 in your bank account by December 31st, 2023, what are you going to do to get there? Because you have to create that plan. So number 4 is create a definitive plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready to or not to put this plan into action. Number 5, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you've intended to accumulate it. Number 6, read your written statement out loud twice a day, once just before you retire for the night and once when you get up in the morning. As you read, see, and feel, and believe yourself already in possession of that money. So in this module, I have listed out for you the 6 steps. And each step has an action step that you should be taking. So when you do your journaling, you need to write step number 1. And for an example, I'm going to read you my steps that I wrote down a while back. Step number 1, I desire to be earning $10,000 per month by December 31st, 2021, because I want to have enough money coming in to pay all my bills, fix my house up, and help other entrepreneurs be successful by offering scholarships to struggling entrepreneurs who do not have the money to invest in them, but they have the love and the drive to grow their business. They are action takers. I also want to earn that amount so I can be debt-free and pay off $60,000 of student loan debt and my credit cards. Step 2, I have to offer positive encouragement and feedback along with hands-on training on how they can use Facebook to grow their business and stay out of Facebook jail. Also, how to prospect using advertising groups that work using attraction marketing. I will also offer opportunity for group coaching sessions monthly and membership in my coaching platform where they can access video training and weekly coaching sessions to help them to be motivated and encouraged. I also offer a membership into 7K where they can invest and purchase gold and silver at dealer prices without being a dealer and grow their portfolio with the option of earning an income at the same time. So this kind of gives you an example of you could be in multiple opportunities. So you could have in step 2 an action step that you have to do in order for you to attract the people into that opportunity so you can start building that bank balance. Maybe you only have one opportunity. Maybe you just have one company that you're working with, but you can get people into the opportunity or you can sell products. So you should have details in there about your intentions under step 2. Step number 3, I will possess $10,000 a month by December 2021, but I will have $2,500 coming into my bank account by the end of May. And I probably wrote this down in 2020, by the end of June, and $6,000 by the end of July, $8,000 by the end of August, and $9,000 by the end of September, with the monthly amount to be in my bank account by December 31st, 2021. So can you see where I took that and I broke it down, $10,000, broke it down by specific months? Because you can't just take whatever it is you want in the lump sum amount and divide it by the number of months in a year and say, well, you could, I'm going to have this much every single month. You want to start out because you've got to start out at the beginning, one that you know that you can reach so that you can grow it. And as you grow, that amount will get larger and larger and larger each month until you've reached your goal. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then step number 4, my plan includes offering a 10-day free trial into my coaching program. So this step 4 is the actual plan that you have in place of what you're going to do, what you're going to market, and what you're going to offer. My plan includes offering a 10-day free trial into my coaching program with 25 paid members monthly paying $97 a month by the end of May 2021. I will have sponsored 4 people in 7K who are paying monthly and are receiving coins monthly on an auto ship that will bring me $500 a week by the end of June 2021, which makes my $5,000 goal. So you just see that? You see that breakdown? You have to be thinking about this, guys. This is not just a random, oh, this, I want this. I want this to happen. It can't be I want. It's I will make this happen. It's going to happen. And then break it down on how you're going to get there. Step number 5, currently I'm promoting my group coaching using email. And I am offering a free group coaching session monthly to give people exposure to me. So that's my funnel. That's my lead magnet. That's building my email list. That's how I'm growing my audience, is offering that free monthly group coach-a-thon the first Tuesday of every month. I'm creating teaser content showing off my wonderful coins and stories. So that's an activity that I was doing. And then I'm working on an email campaign for Pawtree contacts to start promoting Pawtree and creating TikTok contents for pets as well. So it's another action step that I would be saying that I'm going to do, or I am working on, in order to grow that income. I am enrolling people into my group coaching program every day. I have 25 people paying $97 a month for access to the programs and weekly coaching. I have 4 people enrolled in 7K who are paying monthly, thus earning $500 a week. I'm attending PawFest in July to get fired up to grow Pawtree. So this was activities that I was doing in 2020, okay, before I retired. And step 6, I will read step 5 out loud daily until my bank account starts filling up. And that was going back to his 6 steps, where number 6 is read your written statement out loud twice daily, once just before retiring at night, once after arising in the morning. Because as you read it, see it, feel it, believe it yourself, and already possess it. Because desire is the first step that you must learn how to take and how to do, because it's the starting point for all achievement. It's the first step to riches, and to get affluent on that. And if you just get started, and that's all I'm asking you to do, is to just get started thinking about it, activate that imagination. Meditate on it, focus on it, look at your family, look at whatever your financial situation is, know what you need, and then say, I want this, I'm going to do this, and start writing it down, but not just as a want. Write it down as something that's actually happening, because you're taking action to make it happen. You can't just write things down and not take action. It's not magic. This is not a magic pill. It's activating your desires within you, because if you don't have that high-powered desire, what's going to keep you moving forward? And he says tolerance is an open mind. Tolerance and an open mind are practical necessities for the dreamer of today. Those who are afraid of new ideas are doomed before they start. Never has there been a time more favorable to pioneers than the present. There is a vast business, financial, industrial world to be remolded and redirected along new and better lines. And even though this was written in 1900s, it's so true today, 1937. It is still so true and relevant today in the 21st century, because you have to start somewhere, guys. So that's what I've done with the module desire, to get you thinking about it. What are your desires connecting with you? And if you're going to be on a Zoom session with us, we will talk about this on the next Zoom session. If not, bring it up. Bring up what you're struggling when you're on these Zoom sessions. And what I have to say about my 6 steps is I wrote this, I'm pretty sure it was in 2020, and that's where I was headed, and I was well on my way until I call my crash and burn of 2021, when I was hit with osteoporosis and I was unable to work my business from May of 2021 until June of 2022. So I am back, and I have redone my desires. I have reformulated my desires, and I am on my way, and I am making progress moving forward with building my wealth and empire. And I hope that you are on the journey with me. So thank you so much for working this module, and just keep going back to it. Keep going back to it. This is not something that you're going to do one time. You're going to start it out right now, and then start breaking it down as you start getting active, doing the activities that you need to do to reach that goal. Your 6 steps will change. So you have to be willing to modify them. Things in life change. Your desire stays the same, but the action steps that you need to take might be changing. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next training.